This is a Honda car stereo. Came out of a Honda Pilot that the stereo was replaced on. Basically the reasons were because the stereo did not provide that great a sound quality. It messed with the audio too much, which it does, and it actually makes these speakers sound very good. I got it wired up to my bench power supply over here. And basically how I did that was I found out that there was a way to, if you run your wires, your positive and that little red wire down there is the accessory wire, and these two speaker wires, I soldered them directly onto the main board here, and then this here I found that you could just attach your ground to wherever. So I attached it to right there, and so that actually turns it on. Now this radio is one of those radios that needs a code. The code for this particular radio is 36362, but I find it absolutely ridiculous because who in the right mind is gonna even steal this radio? I mean, it's a Panasonic, I guess I think it is. Yeah, Panasonic Automotive System of America. Assembled in America. It's kind of weird. It's a Japanese car, but whatever. So yeah, yeah, it's just made by Panasonic. There's the model number if anyone's interested, right there, and your reference number. 4-ohm speakers, runs at 12 volts, negative ground, of course, FM, 75 ohm antenna, manufactured in April 2005. So yeah, I got it to work by doing this. I did have a slight problem where I actually accidentally soldered the speakers together, and that created horrible distortion. But let's turn it on. And we got it. Starts out at 1 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. That's kind of unique. Turn it on, and we got code. If you put in the wrong code, it gets very mad at you and says error 1. Try turning it on again. Just comes back with error 1. Put in the right code. 36362, and boom, we're in. Okay. So now that we're in, we can, let's put in a CD. This artist isn't very well known, so let's hope that the copyright mafia on YouTube won't get them. It is Christian, but I have never heard of it, and it's not on Jesus Freak's Hideout, so let's put that in. Some interesting stuff. I've been using it for testing because I didn't really know what it was until until a couple minutes ago, so. It's pretty deep though at the beginning. So you can see it makes these tiny speakers sound pretty good. Still is not putting much power. Look over here. That idle still pulls about 1.2 amps. So it probably is putting out about 5 watts per channel.
Yeah, first love. Be ever cool and outside. We're gonna tap the real stop the world till I'm run. We got no mercy. We send the mercy for the people. And if you enjoy, run it, Mr. Man. If you want the work, so we dedicate this one.
So yeah, that very interesting little radio. Tape deck doesn't work. So back when we first got this car, my brother and sister jammed a bunch of big Y coins into the tape deck. That didn't turn out too well. The dealer ended up removing the radio and pulling them out, but of course didn't have a cassette at the time because this was like in 2009 to test the cassette deck, because who uses cassettes anymore? Well, we still did. And so they said they fixed it. Well, basically what they mean by fixing it is turning it into something that eats the tape. Basically, if you put a tape in there, if it even accepts it, it will eat it. Actually, it takes a couple plays, but after a couple plays, it'll eat it. Usually when it gets toward the end of the tape. But let me get a cassette. I'll play a few seconds of it so I don't destroy it, and see if I can even get the thing to play. Now, car cassette decks are actually pretty cool, despite how cheaply they are made. They always do have automatic reverse, and they always seem to have problems. But they are very neat cassette decks. Let me put this cassette in. No way! First try, and it's playing it. Why am I surprised? Because this cassette deck, when it was in the car, couldn't play a cassette to save its life. Now it's screwing up. Better not be eating my tape in there. Oh, that takes forever to flip sides. Let's try this again. I didn't take that long. This tape is really messed up, so. But it could sound better. It does sound better on a better cassette deck. Yeah, I'm done. It's enough playing with that thing. Because, yep, it did. Let me see. Because basically what this thing does is, they'll have little marks in the tape, which you can sort of see there. Kind of hard, but it does mark up the tape. Not totally sure why. It was never fixed, and probably never will be. I guess the same rule about cars being rebuilt applies to their radios too. After you total them, they're never coming back. Well, I'm not sure about that, but it appears that with factory radios, that is the truth. It's still an interesting radio. It does fade in on the volume, which is kind of neat. But, yeah, oh shoot, shouldn't be playing that, because copyright.
Yeah, first love. Be ever cool and on side. We're gonna tap the real stop the work till them run. We got no mercy.
You can sort of see the CD spinning in there, which is kind of interesting.
Run it, Mr. Man. For all the works that we dedicate this one. Number one hit. To all the works that we dedicate this one. Good boys. And we got no mercy. To all the works that we dedicate this one. So we dedicate this one. Run, Mr. Man.
So, at clipping, we're getting 10 volts. These are 6-ohm speakers. That's impressive for what this thing is, and yeah, that's decent. I'm gonna go over and see Ohm's law. So basically, this thing just idling. I'm gonna show you how much current it pulls. Idling, it pulls 1.20 amps. Powered off with the car still on, pulls 0.59 amps. And with the AC disconnected, it pulls next to nothing. It's not even measurable. So, let's see, according to Ohm's law, how much this thing actually can do. Be right back. Okay, so we have 10.8 volts divided by 6, which is 1.8 amps. Then we have that times 10.8 volts equals, ooh, almost 20 watts. Nice. That is very impressive for a factory stereo. Not bad at all. Okay, pretty neat. Thank you for watching. This has been Josh's Recordings.
Yeah.